Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We want to be taking a look at the Jasmy price today because you know what? Of late, we really have been focusing on the short-term price action of Jasmy here, forgetting that we actually have got like positive things to look forward to here on the Jasmy price chart in terms of longer term price targets by this. So just getting back to this structure here, this is the falling wedge that we have been following for years at this point. It's been almost 2 years since we have been following this falling wedge, saying that you know what, falling wedges are probably the most reliable patterns that you can ever see because they have got a success rate of about 66% to go ahead and reach their technical price target, of which in this situation the technical price target would be actually something like 5 cents here. Of course, we were talking about 5 cents when we were right below these levels right here, around something like $0.004 per Jasmy. So it was actually a huge milestone, but now that the pump that we were anticipating back then has actually materialized, the 5 cent mark is no longer an enticing price target for most people, right? But I just hope you were paying attention down here when Jasmy was at the extreme lows, right? If not, I also have like very great price targets to show you, and they still like an opportunity in Jasmy, and I think that a lot of people are actually going to be very rich from Jasmy this bull cycle, right? So we are going to be talking about that, but before we do that, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread this video by delicately tapping the like button. It just helps the YouTube algorithm. People looking for Jasmy content will now be able to find this video much more easily, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I would encourage you to do so, really, because I do TA on Jasmy and a number of altcoins on a regular basis. And without me further running my mouth too much, let's get back into the price chart. So I was mentioning 5 cents right here. That was because, you know, you can actually play around with this falling wedge, and you can be a little bit conservative. That will actually bring you to something like 5 cents thereabout, but you can actually be much more bullish there, adjust it, and you can actually see that you have prices that are as high as something like 11 cents. Again, this is not what I'm really talking about when I say that a lot of people are gonna get rich with Jasmy. So now let me quickly take you to the all-time price action of Jasmy here, and you can see that we have this ugly structure. Yes, the price was up to something like $5 at some point, but the tokenomics were just so bad. There was no way this thing was gonna survive. I'm really sorry to everybody who bought Jasmy like that super early. Probably you should have taken a look at the tokenomics, but you know, these things happen. We make mistakes every now and then. It really doesn't mean that the Jasmy project is a dead one or something like that. So I want you to take a look at this structure here that is inside of that whole ugly structure there, right? And what you just notice is we have a very familiar structure here in which you can actually see some sharp waves to the downside right here, and when you hit the floor, you just have one more push to the upside before you eventually just capitulate and you completely go flat here. Now I want you to compare this structure here with what the rest of the market has done before and how that actually turned out to be. So the first example is obviously Cardano. You can see those sharp waves to the downside right there, right? When you hit the floor, you have one more rally right before the capitulation and just completely go flat for a very long time. Obviously, people lose hope right here, but take a look at what eventually happened here with Cardano. Of course, yes, I know that Cardano and Jasmy coin are very different cryptocurrencies altogether, but I'm just going to show you also that really Jasmy doesn't have to be a Cardano to do something great right there, right? Take a look at this other structure that we have here with Neocoin. You also see those sharp waves to the downside here. When you hit the bottom, you have like one more push to the upside right there before you capitulate and you go really just flat, right? And there was this huge rally. You may be underestimating this rally here, but this one on its own was more than a 25x. We also have the same structure here with Sia coin, where you see those sharp waves again to the downside. You hit the floor, then you have one more rally, you capitulate, and you simply go flat and you have an amazing rally, right? Again, when you take a look at this whole rise here, it really doesn't look like it actually was fantastic, but right from the bottom here to where it eventually stopped, that was actually something like a 56x, right? This is not small. This is why we are in crypto in any case. So that is fantastic, obviously, right? So we also have got the same structure here that the Jasmy price that is exhibiting. Again, 1 2 3 4 5, like really sharp waves right there. You have got a rally before you just completely capitulate, you go flat right there. But take a look at what eventually happens right here. So what are we saying with Jasmy? We are saying that Jasmy is exhibiting the same structure that led to massive gains in the previous market cycles, and with that data, no narrative, no feelings, no what, we can go ahead and draw best case and worst case scenarios here on the Jasmy price chart, which I'm gonna do right away. We are gonna use something that is pretty much standard here which is Fibonacci retracement 2 right here. So if you grab your Fibonacci retracement 2 from the very top of this structure right here to the very bottom, mind you, we are not even looking at Jasmy like the previous all-time high is $5 or something like that. Just this high at 33 cents right here is just enough to make people millionaires right here on the Jasmy price. So we have deployed our Fibonacci retracement to what levels are we actually looking at? Let's start with the worst case scenario, which was actually Sia coin right there, right? You see that with Sia coin, looking at the same structure again, grabbing your Fibonacci retracement 2 from the very top of the structure to the very bottom, you hit somewhere between the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level and the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. Let's just go ahead and say it was the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, right? That would actually go ahead and translate Jasmy reaching a price target of about 17 cents, right? From where the price is sitting right now to reach that price target right there, we are looking at the very worst case scenario, multiplying your money by 6.7x. Now that is definitely an opportunity that I'm taking every day, all day, right? Obviously, I mean, we are saying when you're buying right now, but I know most of you guys have been here with me and we were buying Jasmy even at very lower prices, right? So to get back there, I'm very sure someone is making a 50x, because this is not the first time that we are discussing this whole structure. We really have been talking about it throughout the whole bear market. So that was the worst case scenario. We are looking at something like a 6.7x. Now let's move on to the second lowest price target that we can get here on Jasmy. Pretty much applying the same concept right here of Fibonacci retracement levels. You see that Neo went on to hit the 702 Fibonacci retracement level, and then coming back to Jasmy, our 702 retracement level is sitting right at something like 23x. That is almost gonna guarantee you a 10x from where the price is sitting here with Jasmy. I mean, provide this opportunity for me, I'm really gonna take it, right? Moving on to the second best scenario, we are looking at Cardano, which really has almost the same structure with Jasmy here. Then again, just grabbing your Fibonacci retracement 2 from the very bottom of that structure, from the very top actually to the bottom, you can actually see that Cardano did almost a 2.618 Fibonacci extension level actually, right? Now the price that really didn't get there, but the market cap was almost there, right, at the 2.618. So we are gonna take it like that. Anything like super close to the 2.618 here on Jasmy is a price target that we will be looking at. That will actually be around something like 86 cents for Jasmy. Now things are really getting interesting here, because I mean, from where we are sitting all the way to that level there, we are looking at something like even 25x, right? I think Jasmy can do something like this. That will actually be a market cap of around $25 billion. Now people may say that, you know what, Jasmy is never going to get to $25 billion in terms of market cap. I just noticed one thing when I was you know, just going through coin market cap. I was looking at the narratives which are there. In the top 100, there is nothing that has the same narrative with Jasmy. So I mean, who knows how this thing is gonna pick steam in the future, right? We can actually get to 25 billion easily, and that will be the price I get right there, somewhere around 86 cents here for Jasmy. And then the best case scenario obviously was Ethereum, which managed to hit the 3.618 Fibonacci retracement level, and it even exceeded, you know, at times it shows that it got slightly above that. And coming back to Jasmy, we will now be looking at a price target of something like $1.20. This is the base case that I have for Jasmy. Jasmy reaching $1.20 will be very fantastic. Off of the current price here, we will be looking at something like a 43x right here, or maybe a 44x. Obviously, as I was saying, right, we were buying Jasmy and we were really talking about the same things even when Jasmy was at around $0.0044 per Jasmy. So those gains obviously are gonna be way more than what we have actually shown right here. But this is where I'm coming from here, that my best case scenario for Jasmy is going to be something like $1.20. Yes, I know that people are going to be saying, you know what, the market cap will never get there. You will never know, right? Whoever knew that Bitcoin and all those top-notch cryptocurrencies in the top 10 would actually do that? Well, nobody really could anticipate that. So it's really not something that is actually very valuable to say that it will never get there. Why do you say it will never get there, right? Explain that for me. But obviously, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share this video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the very next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.